Okay, I just want to start this video by saying thank you to everybody watching, and huge shout out to anyone that's tried to print the guitars. They all look amazing. And I'm getting comments like at least once a week about the whammy bars, which I have bought some and I am going to be working on soon as I have time. But for now, I made a PDF build guide with lots of pictures and instructions on how to assemble every single piece and how you're supposed to solder it all together. So that'll be in the description. And yeah, enjoy the video. So this is the USB encoder. It comes with plenty of wire and a USB cable. These are low profile mechanical keyboard switches, specifically Kale switches. These purple ones are like ultra light, and I like to use them on the fret buttons. And then these orange ones are also linear, but they're a little heavier. And then these ones are clicky ones that I like using on the strum bar. This is a circuit board I designed for the fret buttons, but you don't have to use it. It just makes it like 10 times easier when soldering. I have two different fret bottom STL files if you're gonna use the PCB or not. And then you're also gonna need a whole bunch of M3 by 20 millimeter screws and nuts. If you don't use the nuts, the guitar is gonna be a lot less sturdy, so make sure you got the nuts. Okay, here are all the 3D printed parts. We got 16 different prints. Okay, here's all the tools I'm using. So I got my soldering iron and hot glue gun, as well as solder. And then this M3 Allen wrench for screwing all the screws in. And then wire cutters, strippers, and pliers and things that you need for cutting the wires. Okay, I'm gonna start by putting these two pieces together. And before we screw them together, we have to put the USB encoder in, and it should just slide right through so that it sticks out a little there. Cool, and then we can grab a screw and a nut, and they screw together with two screws on the bottom here, going on an angle, and there's little slots for the nuts to slide in. So I'm going to start with this one where I'll slide nut in there. Okay, and with all these screws, it's good to cinch them tight, but not too tight because you don't want to break anything. So it should come with this manual where it shows you which button's which. The way I like to do it are the 5 fret buttons are mapped to K1 through 5, and then the start and select buttons would be K6 and K7, and then up and down here are the strum up and down. But it honestly doesn't matter. You can map anything to anywhere and it'll still work inside of Clone Hero. That's just the way I like to do it. Okay, now I'm gonna solder the 2 start and select buttons and the strum buttons. So I got 4 wires here. Those are all done. Now I'm gonna do the frets. On their own, the wires aren't gonna reach all the way down the length of the neck, but if I stitch some together, then they'll reach. Or if you have wires like these, you can color code them better. Okay, I'm gonna screw the neck on and then do the rest of the soldering. Sound test. Okay, now I want to play a song. Let's plug it in. Right when you boot it up, it's probably not going to react to any of the buttons you press on the guitar, so you got to hit space and then assign the controller. Just press anything. And to map any of the buttons, you just click on whatever button it is. So this first fret would be green. Click replace, and it was already mapped to button 0. But I do want to flip these two around because they're flipped on this guitar. So I'm going to hit replace, and this is the start button, so I'll press the plus, And then this one is the star power. Cool, and I should be good. And then I can hit start and pick a profile. And then we're gonna play Rock Lobster because it's just a classic.
Somebody went under a dock, and there they saw a rock. It wasn't a rock, was a rock lobster. Rock lobster. Rock lobster. In the ocean, his air hose broke. Lots of trouble, lots of bubble. He was in a jam, in a giant clam. Rock, rock, rock lobster, down, down. Everybody's rockin', everybody's broken.